Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Talk with the Toppers. People who converted big institutes who are going to go for MBA. And today with us, we have Grishma Reddy, who made it to TAPME as well as FORE. And she will be pursuing her management degree from FORE or TAPME, whichever is her choice. And some other results are also awaited for her. So, first of all, let me welcome her to this show. And big congratulations to you, Grishma, for cracking this FORE and TAPME.
Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to be here.
Great. So, Grishma, let us start by knowing you, as a CAT aspirant. Please give us a brief about yourself, from where you belong to, and what is your background.
Absolutely, sir. So, myself, Guram Grishma Reddy, and I'm from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. I have had a science background in my 11th and 12th. After that, I wanted to shift towards management side. That is why I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's degree from Symbiosis International University, Noida. And as I realized that there's a skill gap, and MBA was a way to fix that since I was willing to shift from marketing to operations. So that is how my aspiration towards CAT and other MBA entrances have actually started. To one of my biggest surprises, I have come across SoGo Mission CAT. And that is when I realized that this could be a certain platform for me because I did needed that acceleration and because self preparation wasn't enough. And I that is how I've started over here. So and I
Great.
could see a big result.
Right. Good. So I'm happy that you were part of SOGO 100 and you benefited from the program. So Grishma, when did you decided like you were doing BBA at Symbiosis? Right.
Yes,
So there
I'm
were
currently a
chances
third year student.
that you should be going for an MBA from a premium institute. But when did actual that transition happen? You actually started preparing for CAT examination.
So, as I come to the end of my first year, that is when I realized that me directly jumping into the corporate might not be the best option for me. So that is when back on my mind it has started that maybe I should opt for a CAT and go ahead with my MBA preparation. I have taken a serious step towards initiating this process in my second year itself. And there were few two acceleration points because of my headships as well as with my connections and my talking to my friends. That is when I realized that I need to get started. So in my third semester, which is my second year, is when I have opted on to the courses and I've started my CAT preparations.
ग्रेट सो सबका ना कोई वीक एरिया होता है स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया होता है वी ऑल हैव सो हाउ वाज इट फॉर यू व्हिच वाज योर वीक एरिया व्हिच वाज योर स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया
Sure, sir. So I wouldn't say I was very strong in any particular section, but one of my weakest sections was the verbal section because I haven't been an avid reader and I am not so comfortable in reading lengthier paragraphs, making a assumption or comprehending to the questions, etc. So that is a biggest area where I've struggled. And obviously there were various tips and tricks that I have come across and I've implemented, so which have helped me clear the cutoffs that were needed.
okay that's nice really nice so as you are science student right so you must have studied maths also in plus 1 plus 2 राइट सो क्वांट के मैथ से बहुत बच्चों को डर लगता है राइट बहुत लोग डरते हैं पीपल आर लाइक कि यार क्वांट नहीं हो रहा है डीआईएलआर नहीं हो रहा है सो व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दैट is it really difficult or you can learn it and still score it what is your strategy what was your strategy to tackle quant
Yes, sir, absolutely. So, being a science student, I did have a slighter edge because I was comfortable with numbers and thinking it in a certain logical way. But it is a complete myth that I would say that people think that CAT is fully math based, so it will be very hard to crack. Because CAT officially, they do mention that it is till to your 10th, and till 10th, maths is a compulsory subject for everyone. So, everybody can learn and unlearn till whatever they have studied till 10th. So, if the people are scared that they might not be able to score in maths, then I would say that focusing upon certain sections which are mostly repeated it will be of great benefit to them.
great so while appearing for cat what all other examination you applied to
Yes, so there were several one which are snap in mat and zat.
Snap and Met and Zat. So, which all calls you got, and could you share some of your interview experiences with us?
Sure, sir. I happened to get a call from NMIMS Mumbai. as well as from FORE School of Management, Tapni, KJ Somaya, XLRI, Jamshedpur, and XIM Bhubaneswar. And talking
Hmm.
about my interview experience, if I have to start off with FORE, so it was my first interview in the entire interview season. So I
Hmm.
was very nervous about it, and I was the first person to get interviewed in the day. So
Hmm.
it was a mixture of emotions at that point. But my interview went for 15 minutes and was very conversational based, where
Hmm.
the interviews were looking forward to know about me. So they started off with my introduction, which I was prepared about. So I was able to give them key pointers where they can continue on the discussion too. And that is how I was able to build up the interview. And similar to what I've planned, they have asked a bit more about my family business, my interest in operations, how it has initiated, why was I shifting from a science background to MBA, and similar questions. So I was expecting they could be like a geopolitical related questions since a lot of things were happening at that time. But considering my tone, they were focused upon just knowing about me. So they not jump into any other sections. And after my interview, there was extempore where they'll be giving you one small topic and you're supposed to speak for 1 minute.
Hmm.
My topic was related to artificial intelligence and use in the governance, etc. So, and they did give me 10-20 seconds to prepare. So I was able to comprehend 3-4 important points and I was able to brief them in a minute. It went really
Okay.
smooth. So
राइट राइट इंटरव्यू होने के बाद ऐसा फीलिंग आया कि बस हो जाएगा या ये फीलिंग था यार पता नहीं कैसा हुआ कैसा गया है व्हाट वाज द
I
लाइक
was
योर
pretty confident, sir, because the interview was there. They had a very warm, welcoming smile. And even when I was leaving the room, also, they were very well appreciating me. Like, we had a good time. I hope we look forward to have you here. So I was pretty confident about it.
you are very confident about that great so would you like to tell some of the grilling interview experience which you felt कि यार ये तो बेकार हो गया अच्छा नहीं गया any of your interview which didn't went well
Yes, sir. That was my last interview, which was XLRA Jamshedpur. Just
uh,
like how the name stands, it's one of the most reputed colleges in India. And the process also was very grilling. My interview went for dot 45 minutes,
oh my god
where, yes, sir, it was the lengthiest interview I've ever given.
Mhm.
The key reason why I felt it was a stress interview is because they wanted me to finish my answer. Even if I was getting stuck, they have given me 1 full minute to think about it and continue my answer. Instead of them looking forward to shift any answer, like shift any topic, they were mainly focused upon seeing how would I react. And
Mhm.
the panelists were in such a way that if I was giving an answer, one is trying to get me to say that my points were correct, but the other interviewer was trying me to say my own points were wrong. So
Okay.
I was trying
Okay.
my level best to
Uh,
convince both the panelists
uh,
in a way that I do not go against my own point.
right.
So it
Right.
was
Right. So
really
really,
a
it
once
was.
in a lifetime moment. So
Yeah, it must be an amazing experience because institute like XLRI, which boasts to be the oldest institute in India, right? They have a great interview, and people really enjoy the interview experience. Now we are keeping our fingers crossed for your XLRI result. I think that is yet to come,
yes,
right?
sir. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, I wish you all the very best on that. Now, Grishma, while preparing for your cat, right, there must be time when there was ups, right, when you felt okay, बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है अब तो IIM तोड़ेंगे, right, 95, 99 आएगा. There must be time when you feel low. So, what do you really do when you feel really low?
Sir, I did have that similar experience where I was really low. It is during the starting of my preparation where I felt like all the other people in my batch were way ahead of me and I was taking too much time to match their level.
Hmm, hmm,
Since I
hmm.
was simultaneously balancing with college, it became very hectic for me to wake up very early in the morning and finish all the homework and not get any punishments. So there were
Huh.
times I felt low. My best strategy was to talk it out to the people whom I could trust
Hmm.
and whom I know will give me a better advice, which is one of
Right.
my batchmate itself in the coaching. And the only sentence she has given me is that Grishma, this is a payoff that you're making for your future self. And that is when I decided the 1:10 ratio is that my 1 year of hard work will pay off my next 10 years. So it is worth
Oh,
stretching myself for 1 full year.
wonderful.
And
Great, great.
because of the help of other tutors, I was able to maintain the consistency. So, and I think that is what has really paid off.
Right, 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 right. Great. I'm so happy, Grishma, that you could do this calculation that 1 years of hard work is gonna pay you for next 10 years, right? और जब भी बच्चा ऐसा होता है कि यार हमें लो फील होता है हमें लगता है कि यार नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ बात नहीं बनेगी, the sincere advice is to keep going, believe in your inputs, believe in your process, so you will be able to make it through, right? And I'm not saying you should lower down your expectation, but try to be a bit realistic, because always we want higher and higher and higher, but sometimes that unnecessarily putting your target somewhere which doesn't belong to you may harm your preparation as well. Because वो क्या होता है ना, बेस्ट मिलता नहीं, गुड आप लेते नहीं, तो फिर वो गड़बड़ हो जाती है. So
Yes,
anyhow,
sir.
thank you very much, Grishma, for this piece of advice. Now, which specialization, like you mentioned that you were from marketing, now you want to shift to operations. Why so? And what is the reason for this shift?
So my interest for marketing has become is because of the impact that I was thinking that I'll be able to make. And that was the reason why I started taking place in multiple headships in my college level. So
Hmm.
that is accidentally I've discovered the vertical of operations. And then
Hmm.
on to experiencing on a one-to-one conversation with vendors, finalizing all the supply chain and logistics, handling it all, and managing the team, as well as me interviewing my own college alumni who are currently working in operations, have given me the insight that this could be the next big thing, which is similarly what marketing had 5-10 years ago. And as I delved deeper into it, that is when I realized that this is where my interest lies. So slowly, as a transition, I started preparing myself because by taking additional study material related to operations. And as on, I
Good.
built on so, and now I'm dedicated towards operations.
Good, very good. Nice to do that. We wish you all the very best also. So, Grishma, you are, one of the sincere students in SoGo 100, where I say, right? So, what are like key things which really mesmerized you, you being part of SoGo 100, and what really worked for you?
So I myself am a person who looks to be in a very disciplined environment, and Soga
Hmm.
100 matches very well with it. I was constantly having the support of other mentors like Himani ma'am and Muskan ma'am, where they ensured that I did my work on time and I was there for every class. And there were multiple parent teacher meetings also, and that is when even my parents have become very conscious कि हमारा बच्चा को we have to send every morning. So there were times when they called me and they're like, go attend the class. So I
Hmm.
feel that discipline that has been created is what made impact to me.
Great, great. And I am very sure that when you will enter a B school, you will not really feel the jerk that usually people feel, because SoGo 100 वाले बच्चे जो हैं वो एक साल almost mini MBA कर लेते हैं, right? Okay. So, Grishma, before we close for the day, I would like to know few tips from your side for the young people who are this year, next year preparing for CAT, and they want to get into the good B schools in MBA. Three tips from your side.
Yes, sir. The first one would be knowing about yourself. Like for me, I was not very good verbal section. So my objective was to clear just the cutoff. And I was relatively better with my logical and quants part. So I tried to stretch my percentile and increase my scoring in those sections so that my cumulative percentile can overall be increased and I clear the cutoffs. And the second tip that I would give is to maintain the consistency. Once you break the pattern, it becomes hard for you to get back onto it. So always ensure that no matter if it's for half an hour or maybe 2-3 hours or maybe 6 hours, whatever it is, just ensure that you're doing your task every single day. And my third piece of advice is if you're feeling a mixture of emotions or if you're not able to take it all in a single go, please ensure that you take a break. It could be in terms of going for a walk or playing badminton, as you suggested, sir. It could be anything, but just ensure that you keep refreshing your mind and remember the 1:10 equation so that you don't give up on yourself.
So did you really started playing badminton?
I did, so I did.
Great, great, great. So मैं भाई सब बच्चों को recommend करता हूँ that you should be playing 1 hour 45 minutes every day if you are preparing for any competitive exam, because that is something which really helps a lot. And before we close, and thank Grishma for joining us here. Here is an important announcement for all my YouTube students and viewers. From 20th of April, I shall be coming live every night at 9 p.m. For next 100 days. 100 days pure prep, no break, no excuses. 100 days, 9 o'clock, you should be live with me, preparing for CAT and rocking every single day to make it happen for you. And Grishma, thank you very much for joining us here. And I again congratulate you and your family members on this success. And I am wishing you all the very best for your Acceler Convert.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And I wish all the very best to everyone seeing this.
Great. Okay, viewers, see you live every day from 20th of April, where I shall be solving questions, concepts, and discussing strategies to score higher and higher in your CAT examination. Bye bye. God bless you all.
Thank you.